Welcome to Aspen Yoga. My name is Stacy, and welcome to today's Restorative Yoga, where we are going to focus on rest and deep release. So we're going to get into some poses and use some props to help support ourselves in those poses. What you're going to need for props: 2 blankets, 2 bolsters. If you don't have bolsters, just grab some extra blankets or some couch cushions, firm pillows. And then optional, if you have an eye pillow, grab that when we do relaxation at the end. That's just a little something extra. If you don't have an eye pillow and you want to start using one, I will link in the description below. I will link that. But you can also just grab some rice, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then wrap that in a towel. And it's just the extra weight on the eyes that feels really nice. So go ahead and grab everything that you need. Meet me back on the mat for this restorative yoga, rest and deep release. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started with some breathing. So we're going to set ourselves up. You can set everything off to the side here. And I want you to take 1 blanket, folded in just a small rectangle, and we're going to sit on it. And if you've taken some classes, watched some videos with me before, I really enjoy sitting on a blanket when I'm in cross legs because it opens up my hips, allows my hips to open up, and it's just more comfortable all around on my hips and my spine. So sitting tall here, just take some deep breaths, inhaling here and exhale. Working on some breath work here. Let's take an inhale for 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 6. So exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4. Exhale for 6. Last time for 4. And for 6. Good. Coming back to your nice relaxed breathing. We are going to start with supported child's pose. So you can go ahead and absolutely put your eye pillow off to the side. Let's settle into our supported child's pose. And as we are in a restorative yoga, we are going to sink into our poses for quite a bit. So open up your blanket and just place it across your mat here. Other blanket can come off to the side. We are going to take your bolster and have it here along your mat. I want you to take your knees on either side of your bolster so your knees are as wide as your mat, kissing your big toes. Now here you can have 1 bolster. We have 2 bolsters, so if you want to grab that other bolster and just put it up on top and lean forward into it. If you want a deeper stretch, you can take one of these bolsters away. So as we fold here, allow yourself to sink into your bolsters. Feel your shoulders round around the bolster. And I want you to settle in here. If you have glasses on like I do, you can just put those to the side. I will give you a halfway, and when we're halfway, you can turn your head to the other side if you like. But for now, settling in here. Remember, you should be comfortable in your pose. If you are not comfortable, adjust. So maybe you need to take your knees a little bit wider. And if that means your toes aren't touching, that is fine. Add or take away a bolster. Well, you're at the halfway point. So if you like, you can turn your head. Settle in. At any point, if you become uncomfortable and you are done with a pose, just go ahead and get out of it and wait for us to catch up and move on to the next pose. If turning your head isn't as comfortable, you can bring your head back to the first side. We have about 60 more seconds here. Good, let's go ahead and press up. So take the movements very slowly, pressing up. Coming all the way out, so come on to those knees and sit around. Good, we are going to do a supported bridge. Now setting up for the supported bridge, you can choose your bolster. Again, I have a bolster that is a little bit more pliable and one bolster that stays a little bit more dense. So you can choose which you like here. We're going to move our blankets around a little bit. So I want you to take one blanket and move it up so it'll be underneath your shoulders. I'm going to use my, let's say, squishier bolster underneath my hips for today. So you're going to go ahead and put one bolster across. come onto your bolster. So your bolster is right on that lower back, and then you're just going to bring yourself down slowly. Adjust as you need to. I want my bolster really along my pelvic area. My knees stay bent. I have the support of the blanket on my shoulders. My arms can open up to the sides. They can stay across. My knees are bent. I want you to walk your feet to the outside of your mats and then let your knees cave inward. If that's too wide, just bring your feet in a little bit more. Hands can be on your hip, at your sides. Your choice here. Nice deep breaths. Again, you should feel comfortable. If you are uncomfortable, you can take your bolster out and lie on your back with your knees bent. You can play with your arms, taking them out to the side now if they weren't. We have one more minute here. Bring your hands to your abdomen. As we finish this pose, we're going to add a little bit of movement. So I want you to bring those feet in together, walk them closer to your bolster. Hug one knee into your chest. Stretching out your back. And then switching sides, hug the other knee into your chest, stretching through the back. And bringing that foot down. Pressing up through the bottoms of your feet, lift yourself up off the bolster, pull your bolster out of the way, and coming down slowly. Oh, that feels so nice. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's stretch out the full back here. Good, bringing your feet to the floor. Go ahead and turn on to your side. Take a minute and sit up slowly. All right, we have two more poses. We are going to come into supported pigeon pose, and then we're going to get into our relaxation. So supported pigeon, a couple of different things here. We're going to have one bolster, and it can be off your mat a little bit, is going to be long. The other bolster, which is maybe your smaller of the two, the one that's a little bit squishier, we're going to sit on that and get into our pigeon, okay? So as we get into our pigeon here, I want you to take your blanket and just run it along. We're going to do the back leg is going to be closer to the camera, closer to us. So let's have that long blanket against there. You're going to take your other bolster and just bring it straight across. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. With your hand, take one leg up and run it right in between your bolster. The other leg is going to fall straight back, and then you're going to fall forward into your bolster. Now again, you can take this extra blanket and add a bit of padding as you fall forward. Again, if you have glasses, take them off. And we're just going to sink here into this stretch. Again, adjust that leg if you need to. You are supported by the bolster. So my hips are on the bolster as I fold forward. We're going to only stay here for a couple of minutes. So get comfortable as you can. Adjust your bolster as you need to. I will give you a halfway if you want to switch your head here as well. Nice deep breath, sink into the stretch. Allow yourself to sink into that bolster that's down here by your hips. Your hands are beside your bolster up front. Palms are down. We are halfway, so if you would like to try turning your head the other way, you can do so. Nice job. Press yourself up. Now from here, I want you to bring yourself onto the knee of your back foot. Bring that other leg around. Good. Sit back onto the heels. Nice job. We're going to switch sides. So let's take our blanket and just move it to the other side. Onto your knees. Now, if you need help, you can come up, bring that foot over top so that shin falls in between. One side may be a little bit easier than the other. So if you're having trouble on this side, you can move this top, the bottom bolster back a little bit so you can get a little bit more bend in that front knee. Let's fall forward. And just like the other leg, it may be a little bit more uncomfortable as we start, but as that 2 minutes went by, you sank a little bit deeper into the stretch. So by staying in this pose a little bit longer, we shut off that stretch reflex. palms are down, falling into the bolster. Good. You can switch your head position if you like. Good. Let's go ahead and press ourselves out. Now, as you press yourself out, you can go ahead and sit on that back bolster and just bring your feet around. Nice. All right, let's get into everyone's favorite pose, which I think is our deep relaxation. Okay, so you can have a few different things are going to happen here. So we're going to take your blanket that we've been really using at our head, and we're going to just make ourselves a little cervical support here. Your heels can be on your mat. We're going to take a bolster, put it underneath our knees. So let's think of your favorite bolster, which is going to be my cushy one. I enjoy this bolster. The other blanket we're going to put over our abdomen. If you do have your eye pillow, go ahead and grab it. We are going to take our bolster and just bring it underneath our knees. And we're going to lay back onto our blanket. You can put a little extra roll to get some comfort in your cervical spine. I want you to kick one leg out, drop the heel, the other leg out, drop the heel. Find yourself centered on your bolster. Take your other blanket over top of your abdomen. This always feels so nice because you're grounded. If you happen to have another one and you want to completely cover up, you can absolutely do so. Now for our relaxation today, you're going to focus on your breathing, your body relaxing, your mind wandering. So if you do have your eye pillow, you're just going to place it over top of your eyes. This has a little bit of weight to it. Mine has a little bit of lavender smell. I want you to just take nice deep breaths. I'm going to let you walk yourself through relaxation. So just let your mind wander. Check in with your body along the way. We're going to stay here for a little bit. Feel yourself being supported by the floor, by your blanket, by your bolster. If you catch yourself thinking about something else other than relaxation, acknowledge it. Attach the thought to a balloon and send it up into the sky. Going to allow you to stay here. Allow yourself to stay here in relaxation as long as you like, as much time as you have today. Thank you for joining me today for our restorative yoga into our deep relaxation. Again, stay here as long as you like. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you again next time.